what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the Grizz, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. Now, but before we get into the appetizers, I do want to mention that it's been a really rough weekend of me trying to acquire the PS5, because I really got to say, the lion, the witch, and the audacity of some of these scalpers out here. Some of these prices are absolutely ridiculous and astronomical, but I actually made a video on that last night. Go ahead and view that. Like that while you're there. If not, hit the dislike, and please, and if you're new, don't forget to subscribe. But that's enough of that. I've spoken very, very thoroughly in how I felt about those scalpers, but for now, let's get into the appetizers. Alright, lads and ladettes, so over the weekend there was sadly some news that came out that of a possible hostage situation at Ubisoft Montreal, but that was later on confirmed as a hoax 911 call, but everybody got evacuated out the building and everything, and thank God everybody was safe, so there was nothing really happened there, or somebody was just playing around, and it's really sad to be doing this in 2020, especially with the type of 2020 we have all had in the world. So yeah, here's hoping that things are better and everybody can get back to work and it didn't really hurt anything. So I want to take a time out to give some recognition to the Demon Souls remake. Now, we knew Bluepoint's capabilities of making a fire remake as they've done before, and this game actually looks phenomenal, and even in this picture here you see it looks absolutely great, but they've done more than make it look great. It plays and feels great, even as great as everybody remembers back on the PS3. It's currently sitting at a 93 on Metacritic. That's awesome, and it's an 8.8 with the user score. Like, there's nothing else you can say. Honestly, I might not be a fan of the Souls-like games, and this really is the granddaddy of them all, the innovator, the pioneer, if you will, for the Souls-like games. So, yeah, big shout out to them and Bluepoint Games, because Sony got another hit on his hands, of course. So, the UK sales chart ending on November 14th has been released. Now, I do want to point something out very interesting. It's a pretty interesting point. So instead of Call of Duty debuting at number 1, Assassin's Creed Valhalla debuted at number 1. For the first time in 13 years, Call of Duty basically just got knocked down to number 2, and they said it's about a 60% some odd decrease than last year on the physical sales when it came to Modern Warfare. So I guess maybe some people just got their stuff shipped to them and they wanted to just buy stuff digitally, or they went ahead and bought a bunch of these games on last gen, I guess you can call it now, just so it plays on current gen systems, which is also next gen still. So that's really, really interesting though. I'm happy to know this because I'm hearing a lot of great things about Assassin's Creed, and of course Call of Duty is going to sell crazy anyway, and eventually I'm going to be getting it. But here's what else is on the chart that's actually interesting to me. Marvel's Spider-Man Miles Morales is number 3, and that would actually have something to do, and not saying this isn't a strong IP or anything, but this would also have something to do with the launch of the PlayStation 5, as well as Demon Souls at number 6 with the launch of the PS5. Why? Because Demon Souls is a very niche title. You definitely got to admit, not a lot of people play Souls-like. Not saying these games don't have great sales, but it's not more in a casual sales. Say if you play Call of Duty, which feels a little bit more pick up and play, whereas you play something like a Souls-like game, which is extremely skill-based. So for it to be debuting at number 6, definitely a lot of people was like, yo, I want some games for the PS5. What do we got? Spider-Man and Demon Souls. So that was actually awesome, and I can't wait to hear the official sales maybe at the end of the month to see how these games did on launch week. So some time ago, KFC, yes, Kentucky Fried Chicken, decided that they were going to make a gaming division inside KFC, yes. So, and they also decided that they were going to make a console. But what's funny is that they recently decided to delay the console up until a day after Cyberpunk, and they decided to do it in a similar way that Cyberpunk decided to delay their game, and they decided to make fun of them. And here's the official statement that they released on Twitter, because this is really interesting. Hey everyone, today we've decided to move the release date of the KFC console by 29 days. The new release date is December 11th. Most likely, there are many emotions and questions in your heads, so first and foremost, please accept our humble apologies. The biggest challenge for us right now was creating a literal console that warms chicken, which requires us to prepare and test many elements of it. graphics, connectivity, game accessibility, speed, and most importantly, the chicken chamber while working from home. Since the KFC console evolved towards almost being the next-gen console somewhere along the way, we need to make a difference in such a creative and complex machine, but they really do. And this was really funny. And this isn't the first time that they've taken a shot at CD Projekt Red in Cyberpunk 2077. Before they tweeted that this says no one Cyberpunk, and they snoozed it on the 27th of October, which was initially the previous release date. Yeah, I think it sucks too, and I just see that they're poking fun at it, and hopefully once everybody at CD Projekt Red is finally done and all of the horrible crunch is done and they can lift their heads up and really get a chance to breathe and see the world, they can see this tweet and maybe have some fun with it. So, a remake recently released of one of my favorite games from my teenage years. Yes, I'm that old. 13 recently released, and it didn't release very well. It released the same day as the Xbox Series X and S respectively, but it's not received well, with it being lazy animations and everything just wasn't doing well, stupid AI, and then even the visual art style. But the developer and the publisher, Microids, they have definitely apologized for it. They said they're very sorry and will be pushing out a patch to fix a handful of the major issues at first, and this really bothers me. But what also gets me is that they really significantly changed the art style. As reported, this is coming to you from IGN, but the tweet is coming from Thomas Ripo Kobayashi, and he said, "I'm pretty disappointed by the visual of the 13 remake. They completely removed the comic book style and went for something that looks like Fortnite. It's unappealing." And that is absolutely true. It is quite unappealing simply because I was such a huge 13 fan, and her hair's not even flipped on the right way, it's the wrong way. Little stuff like that bothers me, yes. But literally the main appeal to it was the comic book art style, because it was a graphic novel and everything. It literally looks like Fortnite. That's not what the game should look like. Now, maybe if they fix the game up and they patch it up, and maybe it still plays like a pretty decent shooting game, but the art style, that would actually need a major overhaul. And even if they decided that they could fix that, I feel like that might take a really good while, especially in the middle of a pandemic. But they also said they will be releasing some new weapons, skins, and even some new modes for the local multiplayer, which is still pretty good. They'll still be supporting it, along with a roadmap and stuff like that. But this visual art style, yeah, once you've seen it, it can't be unseen. So, as if Ubisoft didn't already have enough issues, now it appears that a bunch of people who have been playing both Watch Dogs and Assassin's Creed respectively have been having issues getting on their saved files, because a lot of people might be think it might be stemming from Ubisoft's cloud service, and with the launch of Uplay Plus recently, that might be an issue. Who knows what that hostage situation, that hoax hostage call may have interrupted something. Who knows what happened? But this has been reporting. This was going on over the weekend, and a couple people across different forums got this from over on Engadget, and this is actually pretty disappointing. But also, I'm actually kind of like in a minority, kind of happy I waited to play at least Assassin's Creed. I'm not really sure about Watch Dogs, but I like to get them work the kinks, because some of these bigger games, when they release, they tend to release with some minor issues. But I'm glad, hopefully that this actually gets worked out. And usually Ubisoft is pretty good with this, but hopefully this gets fixed out. I just want to give y'all a little bit of a heads up. So a few days ago, basically some reports came out for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, is that on the PS5 it's actually running at 1080p, but now it appears that some people may have accidentally been playing the PS4 version on the PS5 version. So basically what it is, if you bought the cross-gen bundle or the Ultimate Edition, you're giving both versions. And so some people just hit the download all, and they're just playing exactly whatever's just installed, and they don't really look at the different versions. And it basically lets you decide what part to download. And some people probably went to Rush, but IGN, they got in contact with Activision support, and they basically gave you the steps of how to go ahead and handle that. So first of all, what you want to do is going to highlight the game tile on the dashboard, scroll down and highlight play. Select the three dots and open the menu. Select PS5 full Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and then you get a chance to play. So that might actually fix that issue. Now, I'm hoping that this kind of thing doesn't really become a really big, long like issue, and it doesn't happen with any other games, because some of these versions you get to play on both systems, and some people just buy the Ultimate Edition. And say if people still don't have a PS5 or Xbox Series X, and they're still getting the last gen versions, and then they're eventually going to upgrade, maybe this thing will be confusing. But I haven't heard about this issue anywhere on the Xbox. Maybe it's just a PlayStation exclusive issue, but hopefully this isn't an issue going forward. Alright, lads and laddies, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button if you haven't already. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and put all those notifications on so you know when your boy is posting, because simply I post Monday to Friday every day, 9 a.m., bringing you some of the biggest gaming news you may have missed from yesterday, today. But for now, this video is finito.